Okay, 12:01. Getting started. So welcome everyone. It's Friday. Um, I've had a pretty hectic morning. Pretty emotionally intense, which is fine. And I'm also feeling the need for some down regulation. So there's a quote from Thich Nhat Hanh: "Breath is the bridge which connects life to consciousness, which unites your body to your thoughts. Whenever your mind becomes scattered, use your breath as the means to take hold of your mind again." So those feel like inspirational words, and I'd love to spend the next few minutes doing just that. So doing some intentional breathing, and I've shared these techniques with all of you before. So the first one is box breathing. So an equal count of inhale, holding, exhaling, and then holding. And then the other one that's an interesting one where there's a fair amount of research is the so-called physiological sigh. So a deep inhale through the nose and then a sip at the end of it. So it looks or sounds like this. And then the sip to sort of expand the alveoli in our lungs, and then a long exhale through the mouth. And since we're all muted, you can make as much noise as you want. In fact, the more of a you do, the better. So, but I'll guide us through um, some rounds of both of these. And but let's start with closing our eyes and taking our seat, meaning feet on the ground, and just taking a moment to notice the body in the chair, feet on the ground, body breathing. And you're not trying to change your breath right now, but just notice or become aware of this thing that happens many times a minute. We're constantly, the body is always breathing. And like most bodily functions, we sort of take it for granted. And breath is unique as a bodily function in the sense that it happens on its own, meaning we don't really need to think about breathing. It just happens. But then it's also something that we can actually control. So we can use our mind to change our rate of breath, the shallowness or the depth of it. And there aren't many, like we can't do that with our heart. We can't do that with our liver. Most functions in our body, we don't control in this way. And so breath is a unique way of anchoring ourselves in the present moment because we can change it at will. And before we start the breathing, just take note of how your body feels right now. What's it like for you to inhabit your body? I mentioned earlier for me, I'm noticing a little bit of a sort of an uptick in arousal, probably some cortisol from some stress. Just taking note of what the body feels like. And we'll start with box breathing, and I will walk us through the inhalations and the holding, and I'm going to sort of make them intentionally longer and longer as we go through them. So let's go ahead and start with a deep inhalation to a count of 4. So here we go. Take a deep breath in, 2, 3, 4, then a hold, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, and then hold, 2, 3, 4, and slowing it down now. Deep inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Slow exhale. 2, 3, 4. Again, hold. 2, 3, 4. And even slower. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Slow exhale. 2, 3, 4. And again, hold. 2, 3, 4. And even slower now. So slow in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. And again, hold. 2, 3, 4. Now just allow your breath to return to normal. In other words, just let your body breathe on its own. Just noticing how your body may or may not feel different than it did just a few minutes ago before we did the box breathing. Now we'll shift to the cyclic sighing or the physiological sigh. So again, reminder. So it's a deep inhale followed by a sip and then a long exhale. And I'll count it. So take a deep breath in, sip, long exhale. Deep inhale, sip, and out. Even slower if you can. So in, sip, long exhale. In, exhale. In, sip. Let's do 2 more rounds and go ahead and do them at your own pace. And then just allowing your body to breathe on its own. And your feet on the ground. Noticing your body taking up space, sitting in the chair, or laying in your bed. Noticing how your breathing has changed. Noticing how your body may feel a little different now than it did before we started. Noticing how your mind feels. Things have slowed down in your mind. This is what Thich Nhat Hanh was talking about, the connection between mind and breath. Breath being the bridge to the body. Notice your mind wandering. It's okay, just gently bring it back, focusing on your breath. Maybe setting the intention for the remainder of the day to feel this connection to breath. Maybe just in the background, notice your breath as you go through the rest of your day. And just remembering that at any point, you can intentionally take control of your breath and slow things down. And that it has a magical effect on our mind and also our body.